I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this, yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Listen, today's hump day. Y'all know what it is. We up in the kitchen, man. We about to get it cooking up in here. Listen, it's the middle of the week, man. Rodney, Lady T, how's it been for you guys? How was work day?
Work for me was work, man. I can't complain, getting this, we got snow out here, so it ain't too much traveling like I normally do, but it's it is what it is.
Okay, Lady T, what's going on over there?
I'm on vacation still, so
I'm chilling. Wow. Oh man, you still on vacation?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I've been doing the relaxing thing, still doing a little bit of the regular. I'm kind of easing into it though, because got to go back to work, but it's been good. The day's been good. All right. I just can't believe time is flying. It's like, here we go. Oh, I see you. I see.
Man. Oh no.
Y'all going to the playoffs?
Yes, we in the playoffs, baby.
Yeah.
We might win one. We might win one. I give us maybe on a one.
Wow, that's a type of fan you are.
Hey man, 12, I'm happy about 12-5, dog. I ain't worried about that. I'm living on that. I ain't worried about nothing else right now.
Yeah. You supposed to say we're going all the way. All the way. You supposed to say you're going all the way. Come on, that's not going.
I'm a betting man, sir. I try to speak truth, not fantasy.
Oh, okay. Hey. Nah, I'm never gonna say my team not gonna. We was there. We winning. You feel me? I don't know what kind of fan you are.
Hold on. Are y'all in the playoffs?
Hey, not this year. We not. Okay. Not this year. All right.
Why are you talking about them then? I mean, we still talking about people that are present. God say you can't stay in the past. You got to stay in the present. You know what I'm saying? There's no, let's not just stay in the present. Right now, y'all at home doing nothing. That's how you're doing. That's what you're doing, right?
All right. That's how you want to roll. Watch this.
I got something to look forward to.
Now, watch. You already said we don't live in the past, right? But currently,
today,
currently in history, we have 5 championships. How many you have?
That's the past.
No. I said, listen. Currently,
do y'all got a playoff game coming up this weekend? No.
What's up, Amy? Currently, we have 5 championships. As of 2025, we have 5 chips on our belts. How many do you have currently? Oh, okay.
How many championships do I have?
Yeah. How many?
I have none.
Zero
championships.
All right.
But the Commanders have 3, just in case you forgot.
I forgot.
And the last time they went 12-5, they got 1 too. But we ain't talking about the past. We talking about today.
I'm just talking about the current.
You gonna wear your gear this weekend when you watch nothing?
Yeah. Yes, I represent all day, every day.
Got you, dog.
All right, so let's get into this topic right here. Should Christians pursue racial justice? Lady T, Roddy, when you saw the topic, what was the first thing that came to your mind? Ladies first.
Okay. I honestly was like, Christians are into just about everything, right? That's what I think. They're into politics too. So I was surprised about the politics thing. That's why I said that. In my mind, I was like, aren't they into everything? Because they would say, if a Christian would be like, it's all about love and, helping a brother and sister out. I kind of look at it as what I would hear them say, right? But I found out a lot of Christians are into politics, which I was surprised about to bring it into church. With the whole election last year. So I listened to people more on their perspective. And so I definitely think they're going to pursue it. Should they? It's not my choice to say if they should or shouldn't. Is it something that, is equality, right? Everybody wants to be equal, no matter what race you are. So, of course, I would think that Christians are going to say, they're going to pursue for racial justice. That's what I would think, because it is all about, freedom of being you as a human being. That's how I would think a Christian would think and be.
Rodney, what you think?
Well, I mean, for me, when I looked at it, the first thing I thought is you should change that to Christians pursue racial injustice. In other words, should they be trying to right things that are wrong? So now, if you talking about you out there, you know, to me, the Christian church and even I'm just gonna speak for myself. All right.
Okay.
For me personally, yes, I definitely feel as a Christian it's my duty to try to right any kind of wrong. You know what I'm saying? If there's any wrong out there that is my goal as a Christian to be a part of the cure, or be a part of the answer, or be a part of, you know, whatever it is. The church is not there, and I say this all the time. I feel like if you go to church as a Christian who's doing good, and your church isn't helping people who are not, then, you know, for me, I'm in the wrong church, because I want to be in a church. And like I said, I went to a church where it was very judgmental, where the pastor called the women out for wearing pants, where the pastor, there was a homeless person that came in. Actually, she wasn't homeless. She looked like she came straight from the nightclub, and she wasn't dressed accordingly. And the pastor said something and had her kicked out. And to me, and when she got kicked out, I left with her, because I was like, this ain't the church for me. Because to me, you preaching to me every Sunday, that's cool and all dandy, but what we really need to be doing in this church is helping people who are not in my situation. Like, to me, you're preaching to the choir. You know what I'm saying? But the real goal of the church is to help people who are in need. And if I walk in your church and someone is homeless walks in there and you're shooing him out, that's the wrong church for me. That's just for me. I want to, you know, I've even said that at my church we had a homeless person come in, and I stood out in the hallway because it was only a young lady, older lady out there, and I just wanted to make sure she was cool. But the guy was good. She gave him coffee. She told him, you know, if he wanted to come in, go ahead and go in and have a seat. She told him about the church and everything. And this guy was clearly homeless. And he wanted his coffee. He got a couple donuts and stuff that we had out there, and then he left. But the point of the matter was that she invited him back, told him to come back next Sunday, get some more coffee if he needs it, and, you know, to come and join the church and join who's in there. And to me, that's what the church real goal should be. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, that the church's real goal should be to help a person like that. To be out, if your church is not out in these streets and they're not, you know, helping with any kind of injustice, I feel that the church should be available for. The church should be a place of safe haven. It used to be a time where the church was that, where when a person was in deranged and in distress, the first place they can go to was the church and be protected. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel, you know, I'm not going to say all churches or this, that, and the other. I've been in churches that have, and I've been in churches that haven't. For me personally, I have to be in the church that is about injustices. You know what I'm saying? You know, in my church, I speak about my church all the time, but my pastor talks about the election, and he does not talk about who you're going to pick. He don't care. But one thing that he does say, he said, if you don't love your brother just because he's a different political person, if you're a Republican and they're a Democrat and you don't like him just because of that, that's sin. That's hatred. You don't need, that is not what we do here. Like, love your brothers. You're falling for a larger trap when you do that. You know what I'm saying? When you hate a person just because of their political affiliation, that's crazy. To me, that's insane. And you're falling into a larger trap to separate people and even to separate the church. If the devil can separate a church just because people are Democrat or Republican, he's winning, in my opinion. So, and just like if we go to social injustice or racial injustice or any of those injustices, if the church is divided on that as well, then he's winning. But, you know, people, you know, the church was made. And I say this all the time. I say this, you know, the church for me, I'm a Christian. I make a good amount of money. I'm not, you know, in any kind of what you call it, but the church ultimate goal in me should be to help people. You know what I'm saying? To help people no matter what it is. And as a Christian, I feel like you should follow that same mentality. Is that, you know, I'm here to help. I'm not here to put anybody down because of what they believe or what they follow or whatever the case may be. My goal is to love everyone and try to be. Now, I don't have to agree with everything that you say, but you know, my goal is still to try to love everyone and be the best version of myself that I could be. So yeah, I think that racial injustice and political and all that kind of stuff is all part of the things that the church should not shun. So there you go. That's my opinion. What about you, Chef Dennis?
No, they pursue racial justice. No.
Okay. Why not
pursue racial justice? No. The reason why is because it can be a slippery slope. It's personal. When something like just think about this protest. A bunch of Christians going to protest. You think that's fair? You think that's right?
Yes.
A bunch of Christians protesting for justice.
So wait a minute.
Yeah,
hold on. You said yes. Hold on.
I want to make sure I understand.
You said what?
I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. So you're basically saying that Christians should not protest at all?
No.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay.
First of all, where is their prayer? God can do all things. So for protesting, for a Christian to protest, this is my thing. For them to protest you in prayer, that's where your protest is, in prayer, because God can change things that you cannot see. You don't need to be physically there for God to change anything.
Okay.
You know, so standing on God's word and praying, that prayer has power. Do you believe that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So praying for something that's wrong, God has the power to change it. We don't need to be physically there, because things can, we all know in some protests, things happen. Okay. Now just think about this. Would God want you to go? This is just me. Would God want you to go out there and protest when knowing that there's a possibility that something can happen to you?
Yes.
You say yes?
Yeah.
God don't. Well, I don't believe God puts you in harm's way.
Have you ever read a parable? Have you ever read anything? I mean, Daniel and the Lions Den.
Hold on. Slowly up. Listen.
So what's called? I mean, those were protests. They were going against what the king told them to do. I mean, the king set the rules and said these are the rules, and they said no.
Before you say something now this is what you said. Now let's take one at a time. Now you said the Lion's Den, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did that happen to him? Can you explain that to me? Since you said that, because God didn't put him there. God didn't put him there. Okay, so can you please explain the story, please? Because since the people that don't know it, since you said that, explain the story then. Because God didn't put him in there.
Yeah, the king put him in there.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. God didn't put him there. Man put him there, and God said, "Okay, God said, you shall not touch my anointing." So guess what? Whatever he thought he was going to do, God said, I'm king, and showed him that you will not touch him. See the difference?
No, I don't.
No, you didn't.
I don't.
I listen to what I said. I said, God don't put you in something.
I mean, we could use Job. I mean, that's like the number one story that we know. God and the enemy devil was talking, and they said, let's do this.
God put him there, or God said test. I will take the protection of hedge off him,
right,
and to test his faith.
So he went through. Yes,
he went through. God didn't put him through nothing.
Yes, of course, but he
All
did.
right.
He took the protection off of him, and he said, "I'm going to allow this." Right?
There you go. Yeah, he's gonna allow it.
But that is what Rodney is saying. It is times in everybody's lives where it will be allowed to have certain things happen. That's
the trial and error.
But to say that it's not,
I got one for you.
God's not there.
I'm sorry, lady. Go ahead and make it.
How about go ahead. I'm done.
How about this one? If we stick to your analogy, yeah, right. Okay. Then why did Moses have to make a movement? The sea should have raised. He didn't have to raise his hand. He didn't have to do any of those things. But God told him to do this, and then that will happen. So he told him, go to the king and raise your staff. Go, and when they do their magic or whatever, raise your staff. It'll be powerful. God tells you to make moves. God tells you to do things in order for things to happen. He don't have to do that. He don't have to do that. He could have easily freed the people from
Egypt.
I'm trying to think of I was trying to think of the king's name. It's
Hera, or
was it Hera? It wasn't Hera. It was I can't remember. Anyway, but he could have easily just did that. And Moses, he didn't need Moses at all. But God sends us and tells us to do things. Right. He tells us to go and make these moves and do this, but so to go on your what you call it, if all Moses had to do was pray to free.
But he prayed. He said, God, what you want me to do?
All he had to do was pray to free the slaves. There was still God came to him. He prayed. Then God said, "Good. Now go do this."
All right, since you use
and all that is unnecessary, but you still got to go do it because God could have just saved everybody. God could have just did whatever, but no. He told Moses, no, you have to go. I want you to go to this body of water and raise your staff. And when he raised the staff, the joints, the water split. Did he need to raise the staff? No. He didn't. It could have split without that.
I'm lost.
I'm talking about when they was leaving Egypt. He had to part the Red Sea. He had to part the Red Sea. But he told Moses to raise your staff, and then the sea will split. And that's what he had to do. He had to raise his staff.
Okay.
So my point is that God doesn't just ask us to do prayer. He tells us to do stuff. It isn't just prayer. You got to go and do something.
Okay.
If you want to, and we talking about Egypt is the hugest, that story itself is the hugest social injustice. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And racial injustice. So to free those people,
racial injustice.
Yeah, you know, it was changed. Let's just go back. It was changed in the new King James that is Jews and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? The greatest secret about the Bible that people don't talk about is the fact there's no white people in the Bible. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna keep it moving. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, keep it moving because this is not the time for that conversation.
We keep it moving. We're gonna get to that. But
we definitely gonna keep it moving.
So the Jews needed to be rescued. And God told him to do things in order for them to leave. It wasn't just God was just like, all right, cool. Now y'all can go. Everything's done. I'm gonna kill them all. Y'all can go. Nah, there was things that had to be done by the people in order for that to happen. Just like when he had the curses, the plagues that came on. He told the people, you got to go out there and put lamb's blood on your door so that the angel of death will pass by it. God could have easily not just passed by all the people he wanted to. But no, you had to do something. So therefore, it's not just prayer. According to you, you're like, oh, you just pray and that's good enough. No, it's not always that way.
No, we talking about pursuing racial justice. That's what we talking about.
Okay.
That's what we talk. Right.
Protesting though, right? Just protesting.
No,
any other thing is acceptable.
That's part of it. That's part of it. But that's part of racial justice. Some people go out and protest. We talking about Christians going out to the protest.
Yeah, I don't see why you think that that's a bad thing.
I don't put those words in my
Okay,
mouth.
well, what is it? You say that they should not do it,
that,
right?
Yes, that's it. That's my opinion.
Okay,
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
how would you want to, categorize it as, we're not going to say bad or good, but you're basically saying that they should not do it. And so, why not? You haven't really explained why you can't do that as a Christian.
I just told you,
because you're praying, but you already know faith without works is dead. You cannot do just with a prayer and do nothing. You have to have an action. That's what Rodney is saying. Okay. So if an action of going out to stand with your fellow human being and whatever the protest is about, to say I stand with you and we walk and march along together, why is that a problem that they should not do? Christians.
First of all, I ask you both, have you ever seen a bunch of Christians protesting? Just Christians, nobody else? Or have you seen a bunch of people get together and gathering and protest? I'm just asking you guys, have you seen a bunch of just Christians?
Yeah, a lot of people are Christians.
Can you name the movement, please?
Yeah, every movement that we've had in the past 5 years, or Christians were out there.
No.
Yeah, I believe that with all my heart. You're not going to tell me not one Christian was out there protesting, man.
No. Okay.
Okay, they were there. A lot of Christians are protesting.
Listen to what I said. Let me go back and say this again.
Okay, so you're saying like a movement of the
just Christians. Yes. No, not non-believers, just Christians. Have you ever seen a bunch of Christians protesting? Anywhere? Rodney, Bible, anywhere.
I have seen Christians protesting.
I said just Christians.
Now, I don't know. I didn't ask everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know that, but I don't think there's a just Christian cause that would be like, oh, this is just for the church. So,
right.
What cause would that be? I'm sure there would be.
What cause would it be? That's a good question.
Right. What? You haven't, right? You haven't seen that, right? That's because that's something that it's personal. It's personal. If you decide to go out there and protest, it's personal.
Of course, everything is personal.
I'll put it like this. Watch this. See, I just asked y'all a question and y'all didn't answer it. All right, you know the Million Man March, right?
Did you hear the question?
The Million Man March. You know that, okay, the Million Man March, there were Christians, there were Muslims out there. A bunch of men getting together, going out there to the Million Man March.
Yes.
Okay. For a purpose.
Yes. So it went for a purpose. Yes.
Yeah. But not protesting. They didn't protest.
I guess not. I don't know. I don't know.
You didn't go.
Right. Hey, Kenneth Clark, I need you to give us what exactly. Maybe I don't know what a protest is, because to me a protest could be a lot of things, and and there was Christians that were protesting about things like when they took the Bible out of schools, when they took when they did I can't think of any I'm just trying to think of something off the top of my head, but just the fact that I don't understand the Million Man March and whether they was Christians or not. What does that have to do with anything? If it's right, it's right. Like if I'm out here for a cause, which it
wasn't a protest. It wasn't. I said it because it wasn't a protest. It was a gathering of a bunch of men getting together and just a Million Man March. They wanted to make a point that we could get together and come together without being violent. That's what the Million Man March was about. And
so
you didn't know.
Protesting is basically saying that you are against some type of behavior, action, and you're, basically disapproving, and you're walking to say we disapprove of this act or behavior or whatever, right? That's what protest is, because I know it's more like people are standing for some type of, I'll call it injustice, if you are protesting. So is that what you think that is?
I'm gonna put this up for you. There you go.
It says March for Our Lives movement. We our us movement. Breath of life comes as you are ministry, movement. I guess these are all movements. Christian civil rights movement as Christians, and Dr. King was a Christian. That's what he's saying. So he just gave you a bunch of things that Dr. King was a Christian. So, and you don't feel that he protested or did something good, or you think he was of the devil because he did that? I'm confused. I want to know.
Did he? He protested, right? And there were things that had happened.
Yeah.
In the protests, right?
Yeah, people were arrested and this, that, and the other. Nobody got thrown in the lines then, but
they got sprayed down, hosed, excuse me, beaten and everything, right? Because of protests.
Yeah. Even Jesus protested. Now to think about it, even Jesus protested. He went to church and flipped all the tables.
No, I think what you're basically saying, you want to be a passive Christian. That's what you're saying, because you're passively allowing these type of things to just go by. You do no action. You stand behind the scene and act like it doesn't happen, because that's being passive. But if you are an action-oriented Christian, you are out there doing some business to see a change. That's what those Christians that do, like, Rodney brought up Jesus. He's flipping the tables up in the temple. He saw what was done in his father's house and was mad about it. And he showed his anger and disapproval. So you want to be, is what you're saying, we should all be passively allowing certain things and not doing anything about it. Right?
Why would, no, I'm not allowing anything.
Oh, I mean, but you're saying that Christians shouldn't protest. So that's why I'm thinking that, you want them to be a passive bystander of everything. That's what I was wondering.
Things happen in protests, right?
But you can't do anything about it. You don't even know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. You scared about something that's going to happen that didn't even happen? Like, you just making it up in your mind, like, oh, this is going to happen to me, so I'm not going to go out there and do it because it's going to happen to me. That's what you sound like.
Oh, you can, if that's what you want to do, that's your choice.
That's what I mean. But when you talk like that, you're basically saying, you know what? You go out there, you're going to get fire hose, boy. I tell you, they're going to come for you. That's what you sound like.
I love the do the voice again. That was great. I'm sorry. You was going to get the fire hose. That was great. I love that one. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, but that was part of you. Well, Lady T, we already know Chef Dennis is closed-minded. This is the point we need Desmond. Oh, there he is, right there. Okay,
No, he's back.
Yeah. This is the point where Chef Dennis gets to his closed-mindedness, where he's just like, so, I'm not doing it.
So let me ask you now. I asked you guys a question, right? Now,
I'm waiting for the question.
Have you ever protested?
Have I ever protested? Back in high school, yes, I did.
What did you protest for, and why?
Back in high school, I was protesting in my school because I didn't like the way I was being treated. That's why.
You wasn't.
I don't want to get into that. I'll get into it, but yeah, I ended up going to an all-white Christian school, and I was the only black kid, and they treated me like crap.
Aww.
So, yeah, I ended up protesting. Yeah, I ended up doing the racket stuff and ended up getting kicked out of school ultimately, which was what they wanted to do anyway. But yeah, so that was back in high school. But now I don't protest now because that's not my strength. You know what I'm saying? I protest in different ways. Like I help in commit money to organizations and things like that are doing good. You know what I'm saying? But me, myself, I don't have, I don't think that's where some people have that in them. We had this discussion before. Like I told y'all, my boy Kenneth Clark, who's on his journey right now, probably has a blood vessel busting out his head because he's a Christian, he's a man of God, and he's out in the front lines organizing. And what he does is he organizes it so that the fire hose thing doesn't happen. He's respected by the police and the people. So therefore, when that altercation, they come together, he's standing in the middle, making sure that things like that don't happen. And that's a gift of God. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that. That ain't me. And I know my weaknesses. So that's the reason why I'm not protesting, but that don't mean that, you know, I protest in other ways. Like there's certain items, there's certain things that I don't buy. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy because of for the simple reason that I know that this corporation or this company does not support my people. And when I mean my people of all colors, shades, and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I mean the people who are in the streets working hard to pay their taxes, do their things like that, and these other companies are abusing that. You know what I'm saying? And not helping and not giving back. You know, I've started this huge campaign to buy black, but you know that don't mean I don't buy white stuff. I just, you know, I really want to have that movement of buying black products and supporting black causes who are doing great things. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it to me, as a Christian, that's protesting too. That's a stand. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me I'm wrong for having that stand?
No, I never use the word wrong. Hold up. This is just a question. It's no right or wrong. That everybody have their choice. So you say yay, I say nay. Lady T say yay, nay. It don't make it. It's not a debate. At the end of the day, what you do is what you do. So, and I'm not trying. This is what I'm definitely not trying to do to encourage people to not do that. And if they choose to do that, that's their choose. That's their choice, and they stand for what they believe, and they stand for it. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not going to protest. You know, I'm going to pray. I'm going to try to be encouraging, and that's just how I'm gonna do it. You know.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, talk to me.
All right, you go to work. Your boss says, "Hey, I'm cutting your salary in half." You know, management is doing this, doing that, blah, blah, blah. You gonna come back to work? You gonna just say, "Oh, okay, yes, I'm boss, no problem, thank you." You gonna have some issues to say. You gonna have. Then they say, but everybody's doing it, so everybody's getting a half cut. So everybody else is working, so you should too.
It depends. You gotta give me more meat to the story, because that's a little lame type of story. You gonna cut my pay in half for what? You got to tell me for what?
Well, I mean, it's all other people's problem till it's yours. That's what I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Then you gonna want people to stop eating it and stuff like that. You don't feel that way? You would just walk away graciously.
I could see him doing that. I could see him. Yeah, I could see him leaving and go get another job.
Yeah, Roddy. Listen. I'm not that type of spirit for me. Everybody different. I'm
not disagreeing with you.
Look, depends on the circumstance. I'll be like, all right, peace. I'm a strong believer. Like, when I leave, I'm gonna have something else, for me. So you won't think I'm just bull jobbing and pulling your chain. I'm gonna show you something. This is how, I'm not perfect, but this is how my faith works. And I'm not trying to be so perfect, right? I'm just trying to be righteous and trying to live right. Now, here's the thing. We know when COVID happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. All right. So I have a great job, a great career, right? So when COVID happened, just when it started, my job closed down. So I work for a union house. So they was paying me, and we were collecting unemployment, right? So everything was good for a while, right? In the middle of me collecting unemployment, someone stole my identity. Now, mind you, everything shut down. So now I'm not getting the money that I was supposed to get. So now I'm like, all right, I had some resources. So I went back to some of my old jobs. They still was open. But I'm like, yo, I'm not doing that. They was trying to, lowball me because that was the last alternative. So I was like, yo, I'm not doing this. So I was like, yo, I worked maybe 3 days. They want me to do this extra work, pay me less. I'm like, yo, nah. So I walked out, right? So then I'll make a long story short. So in the process of that, there was somebody that was my wife knew. They called to the government and they got that junk cleared. I waited for maybe 2 weeks. I got all my money back that I was waiting for. But in the midst of that, all of that, Bills are still going. You know, my wife got laid off permanently. You know what I'm saying? So she got a severance pay that wasn't going to last. So, you know, in the midst of all that, we praying. I'm like, baby, don't get stressed out. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? And everything worked out the way it's supposed to work out. Money kept flowing. Money was there and everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm the way I am today as far as my faith is because what's for me is going to be for me. You know what I'm saying? And what God's going to direct me, he going to direct me. And that's not to like sugarcoat anything. That's just how it went. You know what I'm saying? And in this time and stage, I'm 47. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so rooted in doing certain things and not doing certain things because I don't want to, you know, steer in the wrong direction. So that's why I'm the way when I say stuff like that, protesting and doing things like that. That's why I say that. It's a question. You may say, yeah, I'm not upset. No, and Lady T might be like, yeah, I'm okay. That's cool. Like I know you said it before. That's not your style. That's not your forte. You said, matter of fact, you did say, Brother Clark. He is that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know what I mean. It was just a question. You know, so for some of the viewers that do they think, and I just wanted to, you know, just let you guys know that I mean, everybody gonna be able to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And no judgment, because I don't want nobody to think I'm judging them, because I'm not. Mrs. Lady T.
I mean, listening to you kind of did come off a little judgmental.
Yeah, I know you was. I look deflect. I know you was coming with that. So let me change this. Let me go back around and let me clean this up, because I know she gonna be later like, yo, you all judgmental and stuff. I'm like,
But Rodney said it first, so
yeah, that's why. Look, that's why I had to come back. Look, I had to come back around.
You said you closed-minded. That was what I mean.
And I still, you know, what that didn't change. Nothing he said changed my opinion. I still love you. I still love you, brother. I just know that. I just know when I get arrested, I'm not calling you. I want to call somebody who gonna do something.
Oh, you're right. No,
I pray for you, man. I pray for you.
Yeah, I want you to pray for me. I want you to come pay this bail. Look, that's what I need.
The first thing I'm gonna say is, what you do?
You want to know what you do?
Yeah,
he ain't gonna come and bail you if you know.
But see, hold up. Yeah. Hey, Rodney. But that's just crazy. If you did something wrong. So you want somebody?
You don't gotta do something wrong to be in jail. Let's get that straight. Number one. Let's make
that's why I asked you. Wait, yeah, but that's why I asked you what you do. Now, if you tell me you didn't do nothing, like I'm in here, they got the wrong person. Okay, now I come to you. I'm gonna help you. But if you can't tell me what you done, bro, I'm not the one to come get you. But if you tell me, yo, D, nah, look, I was not there, bro, and I know I could trust your word. Yeah, I'm coming to get you. What are you talking about? See, that's the type of I'm big on loyalty. What are you talking about? You know, you got the wrong brother.
Be loyal to me when I'm wrong too. No,
exactly. It's hard. It's hard.
What you mean? Hold on.
Wait. How can you become better without going through anything? We all agree that you go through things and that makes you a better person, correct?
Okay.
So don't judge what I'm going through right now. Don't judge me. Love me either way.
Listen. Well, let me tell you something, bro. Let's be real. Let's be 1,000 a buck. Okay. If you go in there and go rob a bank, don't think I'm coming to get you out. You shouldn't. You know better. You know better. You know the circumstance. You know you ain't supposed to go in, and you did it. What you talking about? I'm gonna come bail you out and you to rob the bank, nigga. You know you ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to do that. Period.
Why don't you look at it like this?
Ain't no looking at it like nothing.
Let me say this. Have compassion first for your fellow brother or sister and just get them out first and then ask them what they did, because you know you did the good work of helping your sister or brother out. You know, you didn't even judge them first. You got them out when they needed you, and all you did was help them because you didn't know the situation. Why do you have to come in judging all the time? Because
I said, what did you do?
It's judging.
There you go. That's too much questions. As soon as you ask me that, I'm hanging up calling somebody else.
Yeah,
whether I did it or not. Whether I did that.
Wow.
Now I see why Desmond be so upset all the time.
I get it, Desmond. You want somebody to bail you out, and you know
ask no questions. Absolutely.
What kind of
That's family. Hey, be like, I'm in jail. I need you to bail me out. The such and such is like, it's $5,000. Come get it. Come get me and get me out. And you don't have to know nothing else. I'll tell you when I get in the car with you.
I can call my pastor right now. He'll bail me out. Wouldn't even ask.
Right.
Wouldn't even ask. He'd bail me out. The church would bail me out. This, that, and other. And I go in there and tell them what I did wrong, and they still be okay with it.
Yeah, you know Jesus told you not to judge.
I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so.
I'm telling you the truth, man. I ain't gonna lie.
First of all, I'm pretty sure I can say this without a shadow of doubt that your pastor won't even think that you'll be in jail. So that's not even a circumstance.
Oh no, let's get something straight. My pastor known me since I was 14 years old. He absolutely would know I would be 100% would know that. You know what I'm saying? Would know that. My pastor's special, man. Yeah. Because he talks about this stuff too. He's a Marine Corps. He was like, I killed for the government. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I've done it. I've made the mistakes. My sins are not bigger than anybody else's sins out here, and it's the same thing for me. My sins ain't big enough for anybody out here. But I mean, the thing is that, like, look, man. Sometimes you're just in the wrong place. Shoot, the Bible talks about people being arrested and in jail for years and didn't do anything wrong, but do what God asked them to do. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, so it happens. So I mean, anyway, but just to stay on topic, which is, it like I said, for me personally, I feel that the church Christians should be pursuing justice for all in any kind of way, whether it's racial, social, whatever the case may be. That is something that should be in there. And I mean, like I said, I don't have my own church or whatever the case may be, but me, that's where I want to be at. I want to be where people are doing things to help. You know what I'm saying? I actually would step away from a person who turns their back on people who are in need during the time, just because they don't agree with what happened. Because I don't have to. Once again, one of the things I always say, and I hope I stand by it, is that I don't have to agree with you to love you and be your brother. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel. Now, don't get me wrong. Chef Dennis, you do got a point. Somebody called me and talking about they robbed the bank and they want me to bail them out. I'm gonna tell them to use the money they robbed the bank with. But if they call me and be like, well, where the money at? I'll go get it and then get you out. You know what I'm saying? Type situation or whatever the case may be. Probably take a cut myself, but I'm just saying, I get what you're saying too, and I'm not judging you. For the sake of the discussion, I'm messing with you and this, that, and the other, even though I do feel you are closed-minded. But
I'm judging you. You judge me all the time.
Get up, Lady T. Go ahead.
You judge me all the time. All the time.
All the time.
That's why I'll be glad when you on here, Rodney. I swear, I love it.
All the time. He looks a little judgy.
Correction. See, that's the big thing right there. See, if you love someone,
you is not my daddy. You is not my God. You are not the man that made me.
So
you is not a no. How you gonna correct me?
Wait. Friends and the loved ones are supposed to be able to correct
I get
one
it.
another.
I understand. I agree.
Because I'm supposed to be able to pour into your life. You're supposed to be able to pour into my life, and we're supposed to come together. So yes, if I see you doing something wrong, I'm supposed to correct it in a loving way. What you mean?
I understand that you do have that way about you, but sometimes you put yourself to say, what that person is going through and their experiences in life, and you give your outcome of what they should do, and you don't even really know anything about what they really are doing. I try not to tell people do this, do that, because it might not work for them. Sometimes you just have to be very general, and you're not always general. You are very cutthroat to the point. And if you don't, say do it this way, you don't do it this way, then you cut them off. So, you're judgmental because of that. And that's why I say you be judging me, because you come at me all the time. I love you though, and I tell you, look, man, but I love you. I know your heart is there to, show love. But you be doing the most sometimes.
Now watch this. There's a difference between some people who see you, right, and don't say nothing. They just walk past you. and they just be like, "Oh well, that's her problem." They don't care. They don't. They can
I
care
have no
less.
problem with those either.
Exactly. You don't see. You don't have a problem with that.
No, because they're not living my life.
Because they don't.
I'm living it.
They don't really love you.
They don't walk in my shoes. I don't walk in their shoes. How can I do that? How can I be mad about what they do for their
you're not
life?
supposed to be
they
mad.
At me what I do about my life. This is my walk. Your walk is your walk. I was told not to judge by Jesus, and I really do believe that is very important. So I have lived by that very in a way where I try my best to be open enough to hear another person and understand them and accept the way they are, because that is how God made them, and that is the divine in them. The divine in me needs to be respected because I'm giving it out to everybody else, and so my mouth is starting to speak that. That's all.
And you know when somebody rub you the wrong way, you get this feeling, Lady T.
What's the feeling?
No. That's not what I said. I said, You know, when someone rubs you the wrong way, you get this feeling.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You feel me though?
No, you don't be saying something.
Yeah, say what you want to say. And what are you saying about it?
Listen to me. Roddy laughing. I said, when someone rub you the wrong way, you get this feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but guess what? That feeling could be insecurity. That feeling could be
when someone rub you the wrong
way.
But
sometimes it's your issue. You know, if somebody rubbing you the wrong way, they could say something that triggered you, and that is an insecurity within yourself that you need to work on.
So I got to give you an example.
Hold on, Lady T. Hold on. This is the collection plate. I'm putting something in there for you. Let's go. Tell them, Lady T.
I gotta give you an example. So I gotta give you an example because you just said, okay. So listen, I'm sitting here. I'm working, and listen, they're holding a conversation. One guy's over here, another guy's over here, and they're yelling. And I'm like, yo, bro, you go over there. You yelling in my ear. And they constantly doing it. That's what I mean by rubbing you the wrong way. So now what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to get upset and yell back at this dude, or I'm supposed to be calm about it and say, you know what? All right, let me move, right? That's what I mean by rubbing you the wrong way. Now they could have easily very well went over to the other side of the room, continue their conversation, but they still yelling, and they're yelling in my ear.
Well, you see, you were talking about an environment thing. I was referring to somebody actually talking to you and you're being rubbed the wrong way with a conversation one-on-one.
Nah, I'm just saying.
You're giving an example of an environment type of thing where somebody's talking to
it's rubbing you the wrong way. That's all I'm giving you. The rubbing you wrong way. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Ronnie, you got this face on your face. I mean, this look like nobody don't rub you the wrong way. You know when somebody rub you the wrong way, you probably be like,
and you know what? And you know what? A lot of time it's my problem. A lot of time it's my problem. And a lot of time I don't want to deal with their problem. And that's the reason why. And that's still my problem. When you don't want to deal with somebody else's problem, that's still your problem. That is not their problem.
When they rub you the wrong way?
Yeah, that's your problem.
It's my
you
problem.
Got rubbed the wrong way. That's not their problem.
Oh,
that's
like,
right.
for instance, y'all looking at so little. Oh my goodness.
No. I came on the show. So I came on the show and I told y'all when I first got on here, I had a person in one of my other groups that rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. I can't stand them. This, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. I still can't stand them. But you know what? After this time, I've still associated and this, that, and the other. And just today, I saw the first glimpse of this guy might be okay. I still told him he wasn't okay, but you know what I'm saying? I just saw the glimpse, and I saw that, and you see that, and I still don't understand them. I still don't think all the things are still the same, but you know what? I gotta work on me.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta work on me.
Right.
It's something about you.
No, it's something about me that I can't stand him. Because I don't understand. Because everybody else accepts him. And I'm like, why? Like, this dude sucks. Like, why we accepted him? And you know what I'm saying? And you know what? And maybe this is God. And the one thing I believe that is when, and I've said this on my show, is that when you ask God to help you with something, he puts you in situations to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you ask when you ask, like, Lord, I really want to forgive and be better at forgiving and this, that, and other, guess what? He's going to put you in situations to forgive. It's the same when you ask God for these things. And, and I actually prayed on it. I was like, come on, Lord, just help me be, why does this guy irritate me so much? Why does this irritate me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't stand his presence, name, anything. And I'm like, but that's me. He don't give a shit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse.
Yeah, he's just being himself, right?
Yeah, he don't care. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm the only one that cares. You know what I'm saying? And that is a me problem. That is not a him problem.
I get it. I do. I have the same issue. I have, I think earlier before we even got on here, y'all got a version of it. And I still have to deal with it. It's like I have to deal with my own emotions, my reactions to foolishness, to foolery. And it's like, what do you do with people that just come out their mouth and, you be like, why you even say that? But you lie.
Hey, you gotta take a sheet from my page. You know what I do. You know what I do.
That's the wrong thing to do. That's what we're trying to say to you, man. What we're trying to say to you is the wrong thing.
Lady T, you know what it is. You know what I do. You tell me about that dude.
You cut him off already.
No, I don't cut him off. I don't. No, what I do is I go like this. See this? Look, I go.
What's that mean?
I don't understand what that is.
You don't tune them out?
I tune them out.
Oh, that don't work. That don't work.
For me, it do. Because guess what? You can't have a conversation with somebody that ain't talking to you.
No, you know what? You told me a long time ago that you never wanted to have a woman that would fight, bicker, complain, y'all arguing.
No.
So you know that it has an effect on you, and you really didn't work that out.
It has an effect on everybody.
And it does, but there are some people that enjoy that, and I have that in my life. Y'all heard it, and I have it in my life, and I have to address it. I have to address it at all times because they enjoy that interaction, and the friendship is there. The friendship is always going to be there because the interaction is like we cousins, we brothers, we sisters. Let's do this. We having fun. And I get emotional about it. And I'm like, just stop getting emotional. Don't get into your feelings just because he said something real good that was hurtful. And he really meant it. Like, don't do that. I have to tell myself that. That's me accepting the fact that this is a person that's got a good heart. This is a person that I could look at and say is my good friend. And I'm not gonna cut him off. That is why I say I have to get myself together. I'm too rigid, maybe. I look at it as,
yes.
I know. And so that's why I say I'm getting better with it.
What?
That's what I mean. Like,
I'm talking about him. Is he cheering because you're rigid? I'm confused.
No,
I don't know. He might be. He said that yes, I am.
Right, you got to be around this more. I say yes because she's been transparent. Thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah,
okay.
like, yes, that's it.
We trying to you and understand that you need to stop cutting people off out of your life just because they don't fit the mold that you want them to fit in.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You got the wrong idea. Listen, no, it takes time for me to cut a person off. It just don't happen one time, 2 times, 3 times. It takes time for me to really give this person an opportunity or a chance. Once I realize they're not doing anything to add to my life, no, yeah, that's it. We good. We straight. I'm gonna talk to you, have a conversation because I still gotta have love. I still gotta have unconditional love. So I still gotta conversate with this person. But far as bringing them into my circle, no, I don't gotta be in my circle.
Didn't he just say he tuned them out like 30 seconds?
Yeah, he did. He
did. I give it.
He had tuned them out for too long. Yeah, and that's why I say you're not really working that part out in you because you are not allowing it to just burn inside of you and let it burn all that frustration and anger if that stuff you don't like.
Oh, let it out. You ain't supposed to hold it in. You're supposed to let it out.
It's not holding it in. It's basically
ain't let it in.
It's basically breathing through it. So all that fire come out your nose as you are steaming, and you don't let the words come out so angrily. It's something about what you allow your body to just, sit there and simmer into disgust a little bit to say, you know what? I'm not going to react the way you think I'm going to react. There's a way of doing things that we need to do better. And all I'm saying is we need to learn. You got to go through it. You got to learn how to, control that part of us. And that's what I'm saying. It's good for us.
That's why you don't have to have that inside of you, that anger or that frustration.
It takes
you gotta
time.
let it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
It takes time. Yeah. So you got to build that up. You got to build that up. You got to build it up.
Because I was just like you. I've cut off plenty. You know this. I've cut off so many. And because I realized I need to stop cutting people off. I was you.
I think you cut them off for the wrong reason, though.
I cut them off for a good reason.
Oh, okay.
I know. See, there he is. There he is. The judgment.
The person, that's like the pot calling the kettle. How you the person to say cut him off and then gonna tell her, oh, you cut him off too early? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Roddy.
Everybody you cut off is gonna say you cut him off too early. Every person, anybody you cut off is gonna say you cut him off too early too.
Nah, never.
All right, you're right.
You gotta laugh at it.
Hey, Desmond, I would like for you to answer that question. Do you think Chef Dennis cut people off early? Desmond can answer that hopefully in the comments if he's watching. When he comes back, he'll watch back and come back and comment. I'm sure. Go ahead.
You got. Listen, you got a chance. That's all I can say. You got a chance. A chance.
It's a chance.
That's it.
All right. Well, I want everybody to know if I'm not on the show anymore, that Chef Dennis cut me off. That's what I said.
Hey, all right.
Not gonna happen.
Hey, look, here you go. Hey, Ronnie, watch this. Look, I know. But hey,
well, you about to kick me out there? Hold on. What's about to happen?
check this out. You stupid. Look, Lady T. See this. I'll give you an example of what I say cut off. Right? Oh. You gonna curse at me and get mad and keep cursing at me? Oh, you done? We nothing to talk about no more. You feel me? It's nothing to talk about no more. I require respect because I respect you. At the moment you stop respecting me, it's nothing we can talk about no more. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of cutoff I do because I respect you, and I no matter how much you yell at me, no matter how much you curse at me, I'm still respecting you, and you still disrespecting me. We done.
So why can't you look at it as a time to help?
Listen to what I just said. I know what you said. I'm humble enough to allow you to keep doing that, and then enough is enough. And I said, yo, that's it.
Humble enough. Okay, no.
You
said you're humble enough, and I thought that was entertainment. Yeah. I really thought that was entertainment. Okay, but look. Because I have the audacity to say that. So listen,
you let people batter you up and tell them take it in, not me. I'm not letting nobody batter me in physically, mentally.
Let me get to
emotionally.
My point.
No.
Okay. Listen to this. Why can't it be like a time where you could possibly help a person learn how to get out of a certain behavior? You brought up cursing. Why don't you have the demeanor to say, you know what, I'm gonna be calm, I'm gonna listen, I'm not gonna let this get to me and curse back and say things in a calm manner like you would want it to come to you, to that individual to say, look, let's not talk like this. Let's keep it calm. Let's talk in a way where we can, really understand one another without all the anger and all the, fighting. If it's not the time for it, then let's come back to it. Why can't you do that? Because that's a teaching, that's a learning lesson. You could be like a teacher to help somebody.
Okay, so Lady T, so let me address that for you. There are certain people that I know that are supposed to be in my life versus there are people that are not supposed to be in my life. Period.
Okay. There's no telling
you. You know every person that's supposed to be in your life.
Of course.
He does. He was given the list. God told him when he wakes up in the morning. Every day.
Hey, hold up. Hey, Ronnie, why are you laughing?
I'm laughing from his teeth.
But guess what?
That's a real thing. This. Hold on, time out. That's a real thing. Hold on. So when you wake up in the morning, God gives you a list.
No, Ronnie.
Like Santa Claus.
Here's a proof of the pudding for you, Ronnie. You
naughty and nice.
Look, you right now.
Yes, sir.
You right now. Before you came here, I didn't know you. You saw me, right? Guess what? If I wasn't the person I'm saying I am today, guess what? You'd have kept on moving. But you talk to me, we talk on the phone, we conversate. I'm genuine, I'm real. I'm not perfect, but guess what? You were meant to be in my life because guess what? It came genuine. Like I said, everything about me, you had to study me. You had to say, you know what, is this the type of person I could deal with or I can vibe with? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by people that come in my life. Because guess what? Now, listen, this is just a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. I'm about to partake with you and be a part of you and your family. I'm chefing up. You know what I'm saying? That takes, you got to be able to say, let me look past what this man's saying out of his mouth and say, he real. I trust him.
Entertaining.
What's entertaining? I'm about to say, no, in 2 weeks.
But I can't call you if I'm in jail. That's messed up. Right. I don't like that. I don't like that. I can call you for a ribeye, but I can't call you to get me out of jail. That's what you said.
You can call me, but listen, my thing is this. First. I want to know what you did.
All right.
And because guess what? At the end of the day, I want you listen.
If I ever get locked up, I'm gonna call you just for fun.
All right, and I'm gonna say, Roddy, what you do?
Just to see what you say.
And look, and I come bail you out. Now watch this. Let me show you how the tables will turn. If I come bail you out and you lied to me, oh, you can never get me like that again. See?
Whatever I hope I did it, because I would tell you I did it. I'm like, yeah, I did it. 100%.
And I said, yo, dog. Okay.
Hey, I just want to be out till my court case come up. I'll plead guilty. I'll plead guilty. Don't worry about it. Hey, it's certain things. I'll be honest with you. I go to jail happily. You know what I'm saying? Somebody mess with my kids or something like that. Oh, I'll be in jail the happiest dude in it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be, I had a joke, but I ain't gonna say it. But I'll be in there happy as I don't know what. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But you're gonna tell me that if, let's say you were a witness to something, let's say you were a witness to some kind of injustice, a person. Let's just say that they got arrested for something. You was there and you saw that they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna tell me you were just gonna sit there and just go, well, I'm gonna go home and pray for him. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna tell me you're not gonna be a part of that? You're not gonna sit there and make sure that person gets out, that justice is done?
What I'm going to do is I'm definitely going, because of me, I would be emotional knowing that this person did. So I would have to go to a higher power and get some type of advice, because I wouldn't know what to do. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't. So yeah, I would really go consult with God and figure out, because sometimes, when you make your own decisions, with the fleshly mind, you make the wrong decision. So
right is right and wrong is wrong.
But how would I go? Hold up. How will I go about it if I don't know the right right people to contact? See what I'm saying? That's where you get your vision and your understanding that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard for you some people to understand, but listen,
the right people come into your life though, right? That's what you've been saying.
But check this out. Like I said, look, watch this. I said to you earlier about they stole my identity and I had to wait, right? Mm-hmm. It took a minute before we realized, but look, knowing the right people. My wife, her son's godmother, works for the city. We called, boom.
Yeah, but there was an action done. It wasn't just prayer.
No.
I'm just saying, it wasn't just prayer. There was an action done. Somebody made the call. Somebody made the call.
My wife. Yeah, there you go. What you mean it was action?
Yeah, but I had action done.
But prayer was doing. Hold up. Prayer was doing in the midst of all that before we made the phone.
But still, there had to be action. There had to be something done in order for it to get fixed.
Of course. And
now we all can agree that God is capable. God is capable of making it so that the person saw what was going on and could have called you.
And right? Connection. And the people, the connection. See that connection? We connected. Bang. Ooh, oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. It's just family.
You see what I'm saying, though, right? Like, you catching up with them? You catching what I'm putting down? All right, just making sure. All right. Man, all right, man. I tell you, boy, Chef. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one. You're entertaining, though. I have to give it to you.
Oh, okay. Don't worry.
I want to find out what happened to you in your youth. Like, what was the defining factor? Now, and I can guess, and I don't know if you want to get into it. I can guess that your first marriage was rough, and that person, you was like, yeah, this is toxic. I don't want this person to be a part of my life. I got to cut them out of my life, and this, that, and the other, something like that. That's just a guess. Now, please don't.
Nah.
No. All right.
I wasn't as wise as I am now. I mean, I made poor decisions, financial decisions. You know, the things that I said out of my mouth to her was not right. You know what I'm saying? It was bad.
Well, you taking accountability? I be damned. I'm sorry, my bad.
But I don't know. Hey, yo, you laughing, but I'll probably be the realest dude you ever.
Now I'm trying to figure out why. So in your youth, people have cut you off, right?
No, I fought all the time.
Nobody cut you off?
No, I was beating people up and getting into fights all the time.
Yeah, but what about?
Yeah. Anger. Yeah.
He never got that anger taken care of, though.
Yeah. So God. So
I did.
Huh?
You sure?
You have?
Yeah.
You sure? What about a person to come up in
you should be able to handle all this stuff that you're talking about. You can't handle.
That's exactly it.
See, the difference is refusing to allow somebody to get me to that point where I gotta fight. I don't want to allow that to happen. That's the difference.
Yeah, but you're gonna fight over two people yelling in between people yelling at each other?
No, I said rubbing you the wrong way. I just gave you an example. I'm gonna be like, let me. I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving. I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. All right, whatever. I'm not gonna argue. I walk away. I'm not all right. Oh, what the see? Oh, shucks. Look,
I'm back now. There you go.
I walk away, Ronnie. I walk away. All right, whatever. You feel me? I'm not sitting there arguing. Arguing for what? I'm not giving that energy up.
It's not about arguing. All I said earlier, it is a way that you communicate. You don't want to learn how to communicate better, even through those rough conversations. Those are the best ones to get really kind of good in character. And, I think you were talking about the guy that does a protest. That's peaceful protest type. He knows how to deal with people that are irate, that are feeling their feelings, or they might not even be all that. But there's a lot of emotions, and you're able to communicate on both sides. You should do that more often. It's good for your character.
Hey, look, guess what? That's your boat. You riding that boat then. You get
come on. You're not listening to anything.
He's not listening to nothing. He already got his answer before you even finish your statement.
Yes.
He didn't process that or nothing. He was soon as you was done. Nope, that's you.
Yep. That's why I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Hey, Lady
Sorry,
T.
Chef Dennis. We're gonna leave. You know what?
Hey, Lady T, I can't wait. You
know what, Lady T? I need you to start picking the topics.
When you're sitting in the studio with me and a guest, and they ask you questions right there, right there, looking you in the face. I'm gonna be looking like this.
I'm gonna be giving hands and everything.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like this. Oh, what happened?
I'll be doing the hand gesture.
I know, and I'll be sitting here like this. Yeah, that's how you gonna be. And Ronnie, I make sure you be there too, buddy.
I'm listening, brother. I'm here. I'm here for all the smoke, man. But I see Lady. I can see Lady, but Lady T at least I can see Lady T at least sitting there for a time being, and then be like, all right, she's gonna say what she gotta say. But that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be nobody's. Keep on being nobody's friend. Like I said, I ain't gotta agree with you to love you and still work with you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff you be saying, Chef Dennis, I don't agree with. We get it, but it's your
I don't agree with
opinion.
you either.
I know, but I still love you as my brother.
Me
you
too,
know what I'm saying?
Me too, brother.
Brother. I just know,
brother.
but I just know. Here's what I'm gonna do for you, Chef Dennis. Whether you did it or not, you can call me. Okay, that's all I got to say to you. Whether you did it or not, I love you enough that you can call me, and I got you. I got you.
Well,
I probably won't bail you out, but I'll give you a number of a great lawyer. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But but to me, I'm just going back to the whole thing is, the going back to the church and going back to me personally. I want to be that type of person where I don't judge a person and it doesn't matter. Now, just don't get me wrong. Like, all right, I go to the 7-Eleven. You know, the guy who's, I don't know about where y'all live, but where we live, there's always the guy standing at the 7-Eleven who will open the door or something like that and ask you for money. Okay. I never give the guy money. Never. But I always talk to him. I always acknowledge his presence. I always, treat him like he is a human being and not that I am more than him or less than him. You know what I'm saying? And I've had people ask me for specific things. Now if they ask me for money, I never give it to them. But I've had guys when I was in restaurants be like, "Hey, can you buy me something to eat?" And every time I've done that, you know what I'm saying? Every time that has happened, I've done that. But I don't give the guy money, but I still don't treat that guy like he's not human. I don't ignore his presence. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it gets me into trouble because they want to talk to me for a long time, and half the time I don't got that kind of patience. But you know what I'm saying? But I still always acknowledge them. And that's what I'm trying to say about this thing. Like I still have to acknowledge this guy that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I can't just ignore him. I can't just cut him off. I can't just do these things, even though I can. I'm not saying I can't, but I shouldn't. That's not, in my opinion, what you should be doing as a Christian. You should. Sometimes you have to have those conversations that you don't want to be a part of, that you don't want to be in there with, that you don't agree with that person and you don't understand what they're saying to you and this, that, and the other. And I'm not saying that all the time it can make you a better person, but you don't know what it is. A lot of people, even in the Bible or if you believe in other people's stories, it's always a stranger. It's always someone that you didn't want to talk to that is now giving you some type of enlightenment, some type of enrichment. You know what I'm saying? It's never, he talks about talking to the prostitutes and stuff like that, that are people who typically are not, like I said, he didn't go and get, when Jesus came, he didn't go and get pastors. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go and get people of the church. He got normal people. I mean, Mary Magdalene was a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, these people are not, they're not the what you call. So I always look at it. You never know where your blessing could come from. You never know. You might be blocking your blessings by blocking the conversations that you don't want to be a part of.
Growth. Growth is coming. I think that's, part of life, right? We all growing.
There we go. Hope so. We'll know if I'm on the show next week.
He'll be back.
We'll know then.
It goes in one ear and out the other for him.
Oh yeah. I don't think he like us teaming up on him, lady. You gotta, you're doing a great job.
I might be used to it, actually. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It just sometimes it just be so wild. Like, I mean, your stances are, like Lady T says, your stances are very, very rigid. Very, it's all or nothing. There's like no gray area. I work in the gray. You're very black and white. It's either yes or hell no.
He said he was a fighter, back in the day. So he still got fighting energy in him that he's not able to communicate. That's what I see him as. He was always the one sitting up here starting fights. Yeah. And now he's trying to be the more mature one. And he's just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So he's trying not to go back into his old ways. I get it.
He doesn't know how to communicate with his words because he's used to communicating with his hands. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Working on it. I get it.
Wrong answer. You have lost the battle.
I get it.
No.
This whole time Desmond was right.
No. Shoot, man. Listen.
He don't even know what to say. Look, he trying to get it.
I know.
It's all right. It's okay.
I'm just listening to you guys. It's like, yeah. Just listening.
I got you, man. You're always right, man. It's all good.
You're always
right. I know. I'm proud to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna start working on getting my list together from God too. I'm gonna ask him. I need my list in the morning too, God. I need to find out who I need to not be talking to and who I need to talk to.
You don't pray about that? The people that should be in your life versus the people that shouldn't be in your life. You don't pray about that, Ronnie?
I don't think when I pray, I don't make those type of requests. No. Nah. When I pray is, let the people, I think that's already, to me, that's already something that is going to happen whether I want it to or not. You know what I'm saying? God's going to protect me. I ask for protection. I pray for protection. I pray for all the things that God has already done for me, all the blessings he's given me, and being thankful for those. I pray for the protection of of a lot of people in my family. I pray for people, this, that, and other. I don't think I ever have had that where I say that particular words. I put that all in the that knowing that God is here for me and he's going to put the right people in front of me and take away the wrong people. I don't even think that's something I request. I just know that that's what God's going to do.
No, but don't think you got to ask for things like that, because there's a scripture.
So now you're telling me how to pray. Okay, I got you.
No,
I'm listening.
Ask and ye shall find.
Receive.
Okay.
Receive.
Yeah.
Find and find. Yeah. Okay. So look, if you don't ask, don't expect God to just give you that. But the reason why I'm saying that to you is because, look, there's a scripture where it says iron sharpen iron. And it's the analogy is having other people like-minded with you, indulging in the word, so you guys could be stronger together. That's what I mean. So that's why there's certain people you want into your life. But if you don't ask God for that type of fellowship, then you won't get that. I'm not saying, but that is something that you do. Like Lady T. Lady T is she's a rebel. She don't.
No, I'm not.
She don't.
I'm not a rebel. I used to be a rebel. Now I'm so much older and mature. I can't give you what you can't get from me. Like you can't control me. You can't you can't tell me, oh, go do this. I don't have that.
Oh, they can't tell you what to do. I'm
not married. How about that one? You want that? I'm not married. Is that better? Because when you're married, that is a commitment to another person. There's no marriage for me. I'm committed to myself.
You're a rebel.
I'm committed to myself. That's not rebel. That's not a rebel. Oh, goodness. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean.
Oh, God.
He can't help it,
Oh, man.
This is like, cousins.
That's what we supposed to do.
I know. We pick at each other. We criticize.
I don't criticize you. Don't.
Okay, I won't say you do, but I know there's a lot of those family members that do. We all do it. We all criticize one another. Really.
Guess what? And look, the ones that I know that criticize, guess what? They like this.
Boy, please. You get criticized by all family. You know that. Your brothers probably criticize you all the time.
Probably. What do you mean?
That's family. That's what I mean. Like family.
And look, and if they do, they keep it to themselves.
Oh, Lord.
You gotta read the comments.
Hey, guess what? And that what you say, Rodney? We always see. I'm not even gonna go there. We always doing this. Ding, 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 ding,
right.
ding, ding, ding. All right. I don't.
You know why? You know what? I blame you.
No, you don't blame me.
I'm telling you right now. I blame you.
I do this.
You're closed mind. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. Exactly why.
Turns his head.
100%. No, you.
It's got to be
you need
peace.
To start embracing it.
Peace.
Nope. You need to start embracing it.
Embrace what?
Embracing it. Embracing the comments. Embracing what they say to you. It's okay because as soon as you embrace it, then they can't hurt you anymore.
Who told you
the whole reason why you're turning away is because you don't want to get hurt.
Excuse me.
The thing about it is that
who told you that?
Nobody told me this. This is me
Did a therapist tell you that?
No.
You need to go.
This is my
go
opinion.
Get some therapist.
This is my opinion.
It's your opinion.
This is my opinion.
Go get some therapy.
And my opinion is free. I'm not charging you for this opinion. Okay,
that's right.
But you need to embrace it, and sometimes you got to show love, even when that love is not being shown to you. That is what you really have to you have to do. Yeah, and when you turn away and you turn your back, that's you trying to protect yourself. You're trying to protect yourself from hurt, and that is not okay. Sometimes you just gotta dive in. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta sit here and really, if you really want to get past it, then you gotta let it break you down. You gotta break down yourself. And then the thing about it is, there's so much power in that, because then that hurt won't hurt you. Once you take control of it and you acknowledge it and you say, okay, you know, and you love through it, then that hurt can't hurt you anymore. Nothing, it can't hurt you anymore because now you've taken the power. You have that power to you know, to you have already acknowledged that power, so therefore they can't hurt you no more. To me, it's a defense mechanism for you to try to turn your back or ignore that person or get rid of that person or not, you know, or whatever the case may be. Nah, give them a hug. When you see them attacking you for no reason, give them a hug and let them work it out. Let them finish what they're doing.
Let me ask you a question.
It sounds good though when I say it more than you do it myself, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep on saying it like I do it. But go ahead.
You gonna let the enemy keep plucking you and showing him love, or you gonna say, look, no, you're not gonna get in here and keep on attacking me? Which one are you gonna do? You gonna let him keep stats?
I'm doing it right now, brother.
Taking a toothpick and go take that.
All you gotta do is learn the moves. You gotta learn how to move with him because it's all a game. That's all. You got to be a good player in it.
I tell him like this: he won't be coming in here. This is the barricade, but you will make it in this path right here. Sorry,
he'll slither through.
No, he won't. Nah, he won't. Yeah,
in a different way.
You're right. In a different way.
Love.
That's all I am. That's it. I'm a hugger.
Your marriage therapist ain't told you when your wife is acting out or not acting the way. It's the best thing you do is turn up your love. You never heard of that?
Oh, excuse me.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, you got to turn up your love. So when your family members are attacking you, the best thing you should do is turn up your love.
No, I told my therapist already.
Oh, you need a hug, honey. Let me give you a hug.
Hey, Rodney, and lady, you know this is a fact. I told my therapist, I said, when my wife wants to argue, I said, look, we not doing that right now. We'll talk tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
We ain't having this.
I couldn't be married to you.
Me neither.
You're right. You couldn't be married.
My wife. My therapist had to give her a time limit. He was like, "All right, so when you do that, when do you get back to your husband?" I'm like, "Never." That's my problem. That was definitely a huge thing in our marriage because my wife's the same way. She was like, "I need to take time to process it and all that kind of stuff." Yeah, I can't handle that. That ain't me. Yeah. You're not gonna walk away from me and think you're gonna process anything.
Look, see that. But Rodney, we already know. But look, we already know why you do that though. You said it before.
Yeah, because I have abandonment issues.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't want us to leave in that. I don't want us to leave each other's space in that argument because I feel like you might not come back. Yeah, 100%. I know that, but that don't mean I still do it.
No. I'm talking about me. For me, like me, that's like when.
What's your issue that you run away from the confrontation? What's your
does not know how to communicate? That's basically it.
Hold up,
you don't. Okay,
go ahead. Late. Listen. I understand this, right? This number one. If you already upset and you mad and you're yelling, you're not listening. That's number one. So if you can bring your tone down, see, I already know that. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. If two people are arguing and they are yelling, they're not listening, okay? Because now only thing they focused on is getting their point across. But now if you're having a discussion, a debate or argument, and you're talking with a moderate tone, okay, then you can have a discussion. We could talk. We could have an argue. The tone is at a moderate tone. Okay, we're gonna have that. But if you yelling, man, kick rocks. I don't care who you are. Kick rocks. If you yelling at me, kick rocks. I don't want to talk to nobody that's yelling because guess what? I can be upset and having a conversation with you, upset without yelling.
We know that. We know that. But the point is, the bottom line of the whole comment that you just made is you don't know how to communicate in situations.
That's not communicating yelling. That's not communicating.
Okay, once again, I gave an example of what you could say and learn how to do is say to a person that is irate, they're being, belligerent, whatever you want to call it. You should say, look, let's not do this. Let's talk differently.
I just said that. I said that.
No. You said
I said if you yelling at me,
how often would you be like? Would you give it one time and that's it?
No.
Would you allow them to kind of calm down? Look, maybe
if me and you was in a heated discussion, I say, hold up, lady, listen, calm down a little bit. This how I'm saying.
All right.
A little bit. All right. Look, you yelling, you're not listening. If you can bring your tone down, we can talk. But if you can't do that, we can't talk. See what I'm saying? Okay. I'm going to tell you that every time. I'm going to tell that person every time.
But listen, what is there a time limit? Like, let's say 1 minute went by and I have not brought my tone down because I'm hyped. I'm all the way up there, right? And I'm trying to come down because I'm got my feelings. I heard you. How long would it be for you to say, I'm done? Would it be 1 minute? Would it be 5 minutes?
This is what I said. When you could calm down.
Is there a time limit? Is what I want to know.
When you could, you can come back 5 minutes.
Is there a time limit?
No, it's all up to you. I said when you calm down. When you calm down,
it would be all up to you.
No, you calm down. We can have a conversation. That's
okay. All right. I hope you have these situations happen for you, in your life. The reason why it'll be good for you. It's good for you. It's good for the soul. From
experience. I'm always speaking
I know, but your experience needs to experience it again. That sounds like.
Never, because I don't get into arguments.
Yep. Okay. All righty.
I did all that when I was younger. I did all the fighting.
I'm gonna bring the argument for you, okay? I'm gonna bring it every time I'm around you.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
We give it to you.
Hey.
You gonna run away, Lady T?
No. Now
I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna grab him by the collar.
Hey, look.
Hey, gonna run away, Lady T.
Rodney, I know.
You know me. Yeah, that's all he say. That's all he say. I'm a little teddy bear. I talk a lot. I know, but I'm a little teddy bear.
Hey, Rodney. She said she's gonna grab me by the collar like I'm gonna go like this.
I talk a lot.
Hold on, real quick. My dog is throwing up. Hold on.
I thought that was a doggy.
You heard him?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
yeah, you
man.
a trip. You was a trip, boy. I tell you.
Well,
I
can't wait.
You.
Look, I can't wait to see you. I'm gonna give you a big old bear hug.
I'm gonna squeeze you hard, like I wanna just pull all the blood out of your ass. That's how I'm gonna squeeze
you. Shucks.
Oh goodness.
Oh shucks. He said, "No, please don't get him choked out again."
Oh Lord.
Oh God. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, we got another long week. Oh well, we supposed to be coming down here this weekend. It's snowing, but
I heard it's supposed to snow on Saturday, but I don't know if that's still the case.
Yeah, I know.
Might not be.
Well, we stayed.
Sorry about that.
Yo, Greenbelt. How far are you from Greenbelt?
It's just around the corner.
Yeah, that's we staying at. We staying at Greenbelt.
Okay.
Oh, Lady T, you live by me? You out in this area?
Yeah. I when you said that, something about, I want to say, we were talking about PG County. I was like, yeah, I used to live in PG County. So I was like, oh, yeah, we're close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. I forgot what we were saying. What was he saying about Chef Dennis? He's going to ignore something now? What's that?
No, I told her when I see her, I'm going to give her a big bear hug.
And I told him I'm going to squeeze him with all the blood come out of him.
All right. Sounds like a great time.
Oh, man.
Sounds like a great time. But I was going to say this. Sometimes I feel this way. Sometimes you got to let a person get that emotion out. Like if they're upset or this, that, and the other, sometimes, for me, usually, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I deserve it. So I got to sit there and wait. You know what I'm saying? I got to sit there and let it go. Just because they're upset or they're cursing or whatever the case may be, sometimes you got to let them get through that, and then you can have the conversation. But if you don't allow them to go through it, then even if you come back a day later, you're still going to get all that same emotion. But once they get that emotion out, especially if you're dealing with someone who is younger or someone who is at youth where all that emotion is riled up there, you gotta let them get that. Sometimes you ain't got to. Of course, I'm gonna say that because I know Chef Dennis is gonna say I ain't gotta. But,
there you go. I like the way you do this.
But I think it's good practice to sometimes let people go through it. I've had conversations with my daughter where she was wrong even in the conversation, but I had to let her work through the emotions herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was upset and she was yelling and all this other kind of stuff. And as a dad, I could have been like, who the blank you talking to, blah, 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 this, that, and other. But no, I let her go ahead and finish. And then when she was done, I was like, "You done?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, so let's go ahead and work. Let's really break this down, you know." And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to be that bigger person to allow that person the freedom to express themselves without you cutting them off.
Very true.
Well, it's levels to getting cut off, sir. just know that it is levels of getting cut off.
All right, man. You know what? I'm adding to my prayer this week. I'm gonna add you to my prayer this week, and really hope that God works on you with this. Because I mean, to you, it's just black and white. Like, no, it's not even like you can't even think of a situation where you can let a person.
Not because Ronnie, you can't even
imagine it, can you?
Because you got to understand one thing, bro. Sometimes you gotta see. You talk about me, right? But there's certain things you're not supposed to allow to come into your life. You don't have to.
What is that?
No,
you don't have to, and you're not supposed to. Are two different statements. So I need to know which one you're making.
Look,
because you don't somebody
that's toxic. You have to. Do you know the difference between knowing somebody that's toxicity versus just somebody that's negative? They're just a negative person, or just they like that toxic.
No, they're both the same.
Yeah,
the negative person is the toxic person.
Yeah, a negative person. So you got to be able to distinguish a person that's like that. If they like that, you look, what are they going to do in your life? But just bring negativity in your life. You don't need that in your life. So you can have a conversation with that person, but just putting them in your circle, no.
But you gotta have moments. You can take a person's moment and mark it as a negative person. Like people have moments.
That's why I said understanding that individual. And see, that's a little another topic. Like spirit of discernment. Those are things like that. You got to be able to know, that individual by the how you say it, Lady T? Fruits of the spirit.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, what about it?
You gotta know that. Some people.
Yeah, but no person's perfect. People have downfalls. I had a time in my life that I was far from a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Far from a good person at that. You know what I'm saying?
So you got better. You don't want you become more mature, a wiser person, right? You wouldn't want more of men of Christian, of true faith and righteous living into your life. Wouldn't you want that in your life? Versus people, people that's not living for God. They just wilding out here, just coming to your life. They just living. They don't care about nothing.
Yeah.
I have
people like that too.
Yeah. All right. So look, that's the thing. See, me on the other hand, that's not what I want. I don't want that in my life. You know what I'm saying? I did that when I was younger, in my 20s. So guess what? If they're not doing the same thing I'm doing and striving for the same thing, guess what? I don't want them in my life.
Okay.
Watch this.
Pray for you, brother.
Look, hold on. You said you pray for me, right? But you're a married man. You strive to take care of your family. You have a relationship with God. See what I'm saying? We could conversate like that. So there's room for growth of you and myself in our conversations. See, that's the thing. So you're not out there wilding. Look, you made some attempts to make major adjustments, major changes in your life. You know what I'm saying? The thing you said last week about the drinking.
Yeah.
That you didn't have to say that. See, that was great. I loved it because guess what? Because you realize that that's something that you want to do, whether God put that in your heart or not. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's inspiring to somebody. That could be encouraging to somebody. See, that's what I mean by having certain people in my life. Look, that was encouraging. I know I got a lot of comments on it. It's like, oh man, that they start looking at it differently. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, I think I could do that too. You know what I'm saying? They got a smoking problem. They say, yo, D, that man, Beast One, he really encouraged me. See what I'm saying? These are the type of people I want in my life. That's why you here. That's why you here on the stage, because you have a voice, but not only a voice, you want to change people's perspective and their mind and encourage them to make the change. Some people don't want to make change, but you're encouraging them.
You know, I was trying to find the poor and downtrodden is what came to my mind. I think it was Jesus. I'm still trying to find it, but every time I hear you, Chef, talk, I'm like, we're to seek the poor and downtrodden ones, those that are in need of the compassion and love. And you know, you are talking as if you know you're always going to stay in the high places.
Listen,
you got to go sometimes to the low places to help those that need the help.
I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not even gonna tell you the story. I'm just gonna tell you this. T, and listen, I'm not fake, phony at all. And when I say I do things for people that I don't know, I do. God put it in my heart. I don't question it. I just do. You understand me? I had an altercation this past weekend for something I did, right? And the person got upset. I didn't know the circumstance. I'm not even gonna get into details because I don't want to rob my blessing because it was something I did, right? And I'm serious. And so trust me, when God laid it in my heart to do certain things for certain people. When I'm supposed to do it, I do it. I'm obedient to it. Or if I'm supposed to give, I give to the less fortunate, to the broken. I do things that I don't want to do. So it's never where I'm comfortable. I'm like, oh my goodness, why I got to do this? You know what I'm saying? I'm uncomfortable sometimes of giving. I wasn't always a giver. God had to put that in my heart. He had to put that in my spirit. I was always a taker. Someone said I wasn't, but yes, I was. But now I'm a giver. So, okay. Gotta make it let y'all know this.
All right, we done with this one. I think we should close this whole chapter right here.
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can say. Nothing.
Beast one! Rodney in the building, y'all.
Yes, sir. All right, do a plug. We gonna ready to go? Can I get my shameless plug in?
Yep.
Your shameless plug in. What's that?
Shameless plug. No, I just was, you know, this Monday I'm having Jonathan Newton on my show as a guest. He's a criminal defense attorney, and we're going to talk about what you should do when you find yourself in trouble, which is not called Chef Dennis. But if you find yourself in a situation, we're going to talk about what you should do and things like that to help get yourself out of the situation. And you know, this guy is a social justice activist. And he is a Christian man, and he is a father and an attorney, and he has a great story to why he started doing the things that he did and the reason why he does them. And you know, and I can't wait to have that conversation with him this Monday, 7:00 live. You can put your questions in the comments. Make sure you follow me at dad_mentality on everything. So you know,
boom, there it is. Monday, y'all, 7:00.
Chef, I expect you to be in the comments, sir.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be in here.
You know, but he helped people. I don't know if you want to talk to him. You might want to talk to somebody who's gonna cut him off. Next time I'll get a prosecutor or something on. That's something you would like. You know.
Hey, listen. You say that now, you're gonna be like, yo, Chef D always say that. Man, that helped me, man. Cutting people off. Woo.
Well, you know, I do cut people off. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't. I'm trying to be better at it, though. I want to be. You know, I feel like I want to make sure that I gave them what God wanted me to give them, and not cut them off before I did that. So,
yeah, of course. Man, look, y'all just trying to blow it all up, man.
Well, I'm just saying, man. Hey, look, man. Your discussion with God is your discussion with God. You know what I'm saying? If He give you a list of the only people you're allowed to talk to today, every morning, that's what happens.
Who said that? Hold on, who said that? Wait a minute, who said that? Don't be putting words.
You know who you should be with, and you know you pray for that to make sure that God don't let you interact with people that you ain't supposed to be interacting with, and only send you the people that you are.
I said
you know
that.
What I'm saying?
I said that.
That's what I heard.
I heard that too.
The devil is a liar.
That's
Shame
what I
the
heard.
devil.
That's what I heard. I don't know. We got a playback system. We can
Oh,
go
you-
back
you-
and watch
yeah,
it
we
again.
can.
And
I'll
I
watch
didn't
it
say
again
none of
and I'll
those
see.
words.
I don't know.
I know the people that's supposed to be in my life. That's
you
what I
love that
said.
word discernment. You be like, yo,
He died.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I only want to talk to the people that God want me to talk to. That's it. Not more, not less.
Watch this. Hey, Rodney.
I ain't messing with you. I'm I love you, brother.
Look, you should want the same thing.
I do. But
Because
then
guess what?
but here's the thing. When you make the decision to cut them off, that's your decision. That's not God's.
No, there's a season. There's a season for everybody to be in life. Sometimes they're in it for a lifetime. Sometimes they're just in it for a season.
I don't believe that God puts people in your life that, like, it's just like this. Like right now, we're having this great discussion. Everything's good and comfortable because you know what? You're preaching to the choir. We both have the same Christian beliefs, even though we don't agree with them in all aspects of it, but we still agree with the core. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we agree with the core, we're going to be cool. We can have a cool conversation. You know, I'm older, I'm mature, this, that, and the other. But guess what? You're going to have tough conversation. If it wasn't for my pastor talking to me when I was 14 years old, I wouldn't be the person I would be now. And I definitely wasn't listening. And I definitely wasn't, you know, half the time I was there, I was in church, high, with drugs, guns on me and everything. You know what I'm saying? I was not the person that the pastor was talking, you know, I was not the choir at all.
Mm-hmm.
And my pastor took the time. My pastor took the time to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? He sat down, me and Coach talk about this on the show. Coach was on the show. He sat down, me, Coach, and Ray, and told us at 17 years old that if we don't get our life together, that we will be dead or in jail before we turn 18. And that was a tough conversation. You know what I'm saying? That was a tough conversation. Me and Ray had drugs on us at the time. You know what I'm saying? And that conversation has always, me and Coach, we ended up separating, getting our lives together and doing everything right because he was right. He was 100% right. We would have been dead or in jail if we kept on going the way that we were going. And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to have those conversations with those people. If my pastor had looked at us and said, oh, they're just, you know, they don't want anything about God. They're not doing what's right, this, that, and the other. It was obvious I wasn't doing right. It wasn't like I pulled up the church in a stolen car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to say to the point that I still believe. And that's the only reason why I'm arguing this so strong, because I was that person. I was the person that got that people in my church could have gave up on. I was the person my mother could have gave up on. That Coach's mother prayed for me, and she was a beautiful woman. And I still remember that prayer like it was yesterday. And you know what I'm saying? That prayer was impactful. That prayer was real. This is the reason why I have such a strong relationship with God, because people did not give up on me. You know what I'm saying? People did not do, and I was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I was ignorant.
You was a kid, right?
I was a lost kid. Because like I told you, my father died when I was 11. My mom was in a mental hospital. I didn't get back to my mom until I was 17. By then, the streets raised me. You know what I'm saying? My brothers raised me both of my brothers were doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? One of them was my brother. He was my father. He was great. But to be honest with you, he was drinking and he was doing drugs. Alcohol was readily available to me. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff happened, you know, that happened in my childhood. And if somebody had to gave up on me, somebody had to stop talking to me, stop looking at me. My pastor talked to me every Sunday, and I came every Sunday. And that's one of the things he respected out of me, because I still came every Sunday, because my mom had put that in me already. But I still came. I came every Sunday, and I sat in there. And I mean, half the time I could have been high. I could have had drugs on it. I could have stole a car. I could have did all kinds of stuff that moment. But he still talked to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So like I said, when I told you now, my pastor now, yeah, he's known me since then. That dude, he know if I called him and said I was in jail, he would help me. You know what I'm saying? You help me, but it's just to go back. That's why I'm saying that you can't cut people off. You can't just make the decision that this person is not worth your time or effort. You have to have the hard conversation. I'm sure my pastor, I'm sure even my mother as I got older, because even when I went back to live with my mother, I was still already in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, but I know my mother prayed for me, and she loved me no matter what I did. You know what I'm saying? I know that pastor prayed for me. I know my grandmother prayed for me. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people who prayed for me, my aunts and all them. You know that's what got me through this. So for me, you know, you can't cut that person off, especially somebody who's the more angry, because I was definitely angry. The more angry, the more messed up that person is, that's probably the more they need your help, Chef Dennis. And that's just my opinion. And I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm going to close the show. There we go, big boy. Chef Dennis, you listening? Cut the mic up, man. Turn the volume up so you can hear me. I don't want you to be ignoring me. No, don't be ignoring me. Don't give me that shoulder. Don't turn away when you don't say what I said. Yeah, you heard me.
He does a good ignore. He does a great ignore.
I want to be acknowledged, Chef Dennis.
I want
you to say to me, I'm glad that somebody took the time to love you no matter what you did. Because that's what got me here.
That's right.
Someone prayed for you, and I'm grateful that they prayed for you.
They still love me. They hugged me when I was crying in that church. They hugged me.
They sold the seed.
If it smelled like marijuana in the church, they still hugged him too.
Hey, Rodney. Hey, Rodney. The truth of the matter, they sold the seed, brother. That's what they did.
Yeah, absolutely. The seed was sold.
It don't matter.
Yeah. No, that do matter. That
don't matter how you come is you accepted. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they sold the seed. Yeah, so you know, they you know what? They sowed the seed on good ground. Hallelujah.
I remember my 8th grade teacher. I was this is when I owned my restaurant. Came in there and saw me, and she walked up to the register, and I came up to her and I greeted her, and she said, "Oh my God, you became a law-abiding citizen." I said, "Yep." I said, "And I pay my taxes too." She said, "Get out of here." You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm not the same dude. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
we know that. Yeah.
But God is good, man, and
all the time.
And it takes that person to sit there and love me unconditional. You know what I'm saying? That it don't matter how much, because I mean, you see that person is damaged. So many people saw I was damaged and walked past me. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, Rodney. I got to correct you. Seriously, all jokes aside. No, it's not that. They saw you. See, their love for you. They saw your hurt. They saw your pain. So they prayed for you. But when someone love you and they see that you're broken, you praying for them because your heart go out to them. So their heart went out to you in their prayer, and God going to answer their prayers in the right time. And that's why you came to God when you did, you know what I'm saying, and understanding God when you did, you know what I'm saying. And that's true, because that right now, when you look at the world, you know, my heart goes out to some of the people in the world, because some people don't even know and have a relationship with God. And they doing all different type of things, man, because of their brokenness, because of their unhappiness, because of the deprived of them getting the love that they should get. So because they deprived of the love, they acting out. You know what I'm saying? They acting out on their emotions. So that's a great story. Well, not to be like funny, but it's a great. That's how it is. Somebody did it for me and Lady T as well. They pray for us.
Well, I'm gonna pray that you do it for somebody else.
I always do. Oh, don't worry. Oh, hey, God is real, because guess what? Someone's changing drastically. It's just a matter of time, baby.
Is it you, or are you talking about somebody? We're talking about you.
I want to hear about you.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Not anybody else.
I want to know you change.
Oh, bro, you get to know me more. Get to know me.
See how long this lasts. How long?
Get to know me more, and you will be like this.
One thing right now.
I promise you this. Once you come outside of the podcast and you go outside around the people that I know, they say, "Oh yeah. He's
I believe you. I believe you're a great person, but I want the next person you're about to cut off, instead of cutting them off, I want you to hug them. That's what
cut them off.
Yeah, the next person you're about to cut off. When you find that next person that you're about to cut off, instead of cutting them off, I want you to hug them.
Well, I don't have that too often.
Nah, hey man, you got your prayers. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine right here.
Oh well, okay.
This is mine. I'm planting that seed right now.
Oh,
I'm planting that seed right now.
You're hugging everybody anyway, so
that's why. Look, hey T, you don't know that. Look, I don't know what you talking about. I'm a hugger.
Yeah. Now, I'm just talking about the next person you want to cut off, because you say you cut people off too. I want to make the next person you get ready to cut off. I want you to hug them instead of cutting them off. I want you to hug them.
They only get cut off when they violate. That's it.
Hey, even when they violate, I want it unconditional. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I want out of you. I want unconditional.
I'm a forewarned. I said, look, don't do that again.
Nah, don't say that. Give them a hug. Next time I want you to give them a hug.
I give them a hug. I said, don't do that again.
All right. And then when they do it again, I want you to give them another hug.
That's what I want. They don't get too many hugs like that.
Then when they do it again, I want you to give them another hug.
Well, you guess what? You be the one to let them keep hugging and keep sticking you, not me.
They won't. Hey, they're gonna have some compassion that they do things differently.
Change, man. Unconditional, man. Unconditional love. We're gonna work on that. There's no conditions. There's no conditions on your love.
Right.
Oh well.
Zero. There's no conditions on God's love.
You really gotta learn. You gotta learn.
What I gotta learn, man? I'm
conditions and compassion is two different things. Condition.
Okay, what? Yeah, they
condition,
are. But I'm saying have no condition. I'm not asking about compassion. I want you to have no conditions.
Compassion is part. Well, look, compassion. See, that's why I want to see you about to get me to something. Compassion is part of love. See, unconditional is the extreme. Everybody don't get unconditional love.
Why not?
Because they don't. They're not in your circle. They're not someone that you deal with every day on a daily basis. So you don't have to give them condition of. You can give them. You can show them compassion. You can show them compassion. See what I'm saying? Yeah, but you don't have to give everybody. So you say everybody gets unconditional love.
It should be.
Am I saying that?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that they should. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to, like I said, every day it gets a little bit better. But at least I'm moving towards that joint. You got a hardcore stance. At least I'm moving on the stance that, you know what, I can do better. I can take the next situation and do better. That's what I want you to say, Chef Dennis.
You hear me? I can do
better. Now, what you say, I can do better.
I'm gonna have compassion.
I can do better.
I'm gonna have compassion.
What's wrong with saying I can do better? What's wrong with that?
Because I'm going against your grain.
That's what he likes to do.
Okay. All right. I'm just planting the seed anyway. It's up to God. God is going to water that seed.
Oh yeah, definitely. We in agreement.
There we go. Oh, here we go, Lady T. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely.
Right. Namaste.
Hey, there you go. We're going to get you there. Namaste. Yeah. We're going to get you there, dog. All right. This is fun of games, man. I'm going to leave you alone, brother. I appreciate you, though, Chef Dennis. Even though, you want to be closed-minded in your ways, I still appreciate you for who you are.
We love you.
Unconditionally.
One of these
doesn't matter how far left your views are. You are still a brother in Christ with me. Lady T, you too also, but at least we be on the same page. He ain't reading the same chapter.
Nah, you see what he doing. You see what he doing.
He's still Old Testament, eye for an eye.
Yeah, he is.
Well, how me for eye for an eye? Now I cut people off. How was that? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They make you mad. You cut them off.
Made me mad.
Eye for eye. You don't like what they talking about. You don't like you judge them and therefore cut them off.
Wow, I'm judging them. I cut them off. I'm judging them. Golly, boy, I tell you, I got a lot to learn.
You won't even help a brother if he in jail. That show you right there. I gotta know why. There you go. Love him unconditionally. He messed up. People make mistakes.
Wow.
Everybody can't be as perfect as Chef Dennis.
You know what? That is a lot of growth that has to be there. So
I'm just saying, man. One day I strive to be as perfect as you, sir. Lady T, you too.
What'd you say? It's one day what?
I said one day I strive to be as perfect as Chef Dennis.
Nah, I can't be like him. I can't do it. I can't do it.
But y'all got look.
Gonna leave you alone, man.
Look, all three of our stories is different.
Right, exactly.
So my story have played a big part on why I'm the way I am in my life.
We know.
And truly, like, you guys don't even know my whole story. Like, there's so much. Chef. Just like Ronnie, you got a story that you told us a little bit about it, man. Yeah. Look, if some of the stuff that I told you how I had to overcome, you'd be like, "Dag, D, Chef, I didn't know that." But it's a lot of stuff that I had to overcome. I overcame it. You know what I'm saying? And
Chef, don't go into it. We clowning you. We like to clown you. This is what we do. You have to get used to it.
No, hold on, lady.
It's a clown. We for real. I agree. Yes, but it's still a clowning where we doing this to you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
Don't go. I want to change. I'm serious. I ain't joking.
Change what?
Time, Rodney.
That's what change. I want to know. Hold up. Change what?
50 soon.
I want
change
what? I want unconditional love from you to everybody.
Hey.
To the world.
You go look.
The world needs now is love, sweet love.
You gonna get unconditional love. Lady T gonna get unconditional love. My brothers unconditional love. My friends that in my circle unconditional love.
Until you kick them out your circle.
Until
you kick them out your circle.
My family,
whoever, friends, family, whoever. Until you kick them out.
Only if they're in the circle, they don't kick them out.
They kick themselves out.
That's right.
Come on. Yeah, all right. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm done with it.
All right, y'all.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we out of here. All right. Let me get this thing right.
Go.
Hold on.